Welcome to Global IT Asset Inventory and Management. In this video, we'll discuss normalization, categorization, and enrichment. A challenge when building an automated asset inventory is the volume, velocity, and variety of asset changes in the environment. This challenge is increased exponentially when organizations take full advantage of the cloud, which allows for organizations to dynamically adjust workloads, such as compute resources, delivered by virtual machines and containers. Qualys tackles the volume and velocity challenges by providing a powerful cloud platform capable of processing asset telemetry in near real time. With asset inventory, customers can tackle high variance challenges of asset data and make their asset inventory consistent and uniform, which is essential for having inventory clarity and accuracy. You have a high volume of data, and vendors are constantly changing and rebranding themselves. Qualys normalizes and categorizes your information in a single place. We start with raw asset data. This is the information that's collected from your sensors and sent to the platform. Qualys then normalizes and categorizes that data. So here's where we take that data and we break it down by manufacturer, owner, product, version, edition, and category. Every standardized product in the technology catalog belongs to a two-level taxonomy. For example, computer server, or database relational database management system, which helps organize all assets in multiple dimensions. Finally, we tell you if it's end of life and end of support and when that will occur. We also will tell you what type of license it has and the risk associated with those things. The catalog is continuously curated with a focus on completeness, relevance, and data quality. This process transforms the global IT asset inventory into a multidimensional and structured set of information so that you can make better business decisions. Now let's take a quick look at the categorization and normalization that's done for us. So I'm over here in the inventory section, and I can see sort of a quick graph at the top, my top hardware categories, my top operating systems. And if I want to, I can kind of click on one of these top categories. So this is sort of the first level of categorization that's populating now. And you can see my query that got plugged in, hardware.category1 computers. Then I could take that to the next category. Maybe I want to know about the notebooks deployed. And so here I have my computers that are notebooks deployed within this environment. And this is quite quick and simple with what we're seeing here as far as things that are in my network. And I do have a list of things that were discovered in the last 30 days. So I could change my range and see what's been discovered in my network, say, since the beginning of the year. And I can click that. I can find all of my computers that are notebooks that have been found in my environment in the last year. So we have all different types. Again, this is just broken down by these two categories, computer and notebook, but there's all different types in there. And if I want to break that down further, I can say, well, now I want to break it down by manufacturer. So I know that these are all going to be computers. I know that they're all going to be notebooks. And now I want to break it down by manufacturer. And here I can get a list of those things. And if I click on the number, I'll get a list sorted based on that particular manufacturer. And so it works this way with hardware, with operating system, and software. We can dive into and drill into these different categories. We can group them. We can use the faceted search to find what we need. And it is organized in a way that makes sense. A couple pieces of terminology that you might see within the asset inventory application are unknown and unidentified. And these are two separate concepts. The first, unidentified, means that there isn't enough information for Qualys to fully determine what that hardware, operating system, or software is. So we know that it exists, but we do not have enough information to fully give you what it is. And one of the examples of this is if you've run an unauthenticated scan against something. So you're using the network scanner, you run an unauthenticated scan, and we're not fully able to fingerprint the OS. So you might see, an example of like Windows 7/Vista/2008/2012. So you'll get a list of possibilities, right? You may have seen that in your vulnerability management scan results. But here, we're going to list that as unidentified because we're not able to fully confirm it. Another use case is if a firewall is prohibiting certain scan traffic from enumerating the host, right? So we're not unimpeded when it comes to scanning that host, and therefore the data that we are gathering for the host is incomplete. So you might see an operating system as unidentified in that case. Now, the other term in this slide is unknown, and that means there likely is enough data for Qualys to categorize the host, but it's not cataloged yet. So that means it's currently being processed against rules in the Qualys lab for analysis. There's researchers that we have that are reviewing that data and adding that to the catalog. So over time, you might see it move from unknown to something very specific. And then moving forward, you'll see it for all new things that are discovered that are the same software or operating system or hardware. So this processing of that unknown category happens on a daily basis across all asset data. So let's say one Qualys customer has this unknown piece of software, and then we're able to catalog it, then that unknown piece of software will actually populate for all Qualys customers. Thank you for watching this video on Qualys Global IT Asset Inventory.